Okay, so welcome back. So now we're going to do a couple of examples. So the first example is we want to just verify that these equations are true. So all I'm going to do is make sure that both sides give me the same value. So again, if I look at part A here, I got 3 times 8 equals 24. So this is an equation because it has the equal sign. And so it's telling me that the right side and the left side must be equal, or should be equal, right? So either it is or it isn't. So I'm going to evaluate both sides. So if I do 3 times 8, that's equal to 24, right? So I get 24 equals 24, and it's true, okay? Here, same thing. So I have 12 minus 3 is equal to 2 plus 9, or excuse me, 2 plus 7. So now I'm going to evaluate both of these, right? So 12 minus 3 is 9, and 2 plus 7 is also 9. So I get 9 is equal to 9. So again, that gives me a true statement, okay? So again, if I get different things on both sides of the equal sign, then I would say that that's a false statement, okay? Which brings me to the next topic for the next example, which is what about what we call, what if we want to solve an equation? And so there are going to be equations that don't have just numbers, but they have what's called variables. And variables are letters that we use that represent numbers, okay? In fact, they can represent any number, typically. So we just don't know what they are, okay? So for example, these would be all equations because we're equating 2 expressions, right? So these are equations, but we have variables, like x here is a variable, n is a variable, y is a variable. And so all this means is these are unknown numbers, okay? So when we talk about solving an equation, what we're talking about is solving an equation for a particular unknown, finding out what value of the variable will make the statement true. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so to solve an equation for an unknown variable, we're looking for the value of that variable that will give us a true statement. Okay, so that will make the equation true. So if we look at these equations here, like for A, we have x equals 3 plus 8. So what value of x will make this true? Okay, well, in this case here, well, all we have to do is just solve. And so we get x equals 11. Because if we put in 11 here, we get 11 equals 11. Okay? So again, maybe it seems pretty simple, but again, this is the basics that's going to go on as we get to more complicated equations. Okay? But nonetheless, these are equations, simple equations, but they're equations. So here we have n equals 18 thirds, right? Well, again, what value of n will make us both sides the same? Well, again, it's 18 thirds. We're telling you that x is equal to 18 thirds, but what do you mean? Is n is equal to, well, what's 18 divided by 3? Well, we get 6. So n is equal to 6, right? Because 18 divided by 3 is 6, so we get 6 equals 6, okay? And then for the final one, here, y equals what? What value of y makes this a true statement? Again, we're just going to simplify the right-hand expression, and we get 12 minus 5, which equals 6. So in this case, y equals 6 is the solution. Okay? Here, n equals 6 is the solution, and part A is x equals 11 is the solution. And what I mean by that is these are the only values that will make these statements true. All other values of x will just make the statement false. Okay? Okay, have a great day.